Hey beautiful, yes, I am talking to you. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome to my kitchen. You know, around here, we are obsessed with Ayurveda and a holistic approach to growing our hair. Yes, we look at regimens, we look at products, we look at Ayurvedic herbs and oiling, but also it's really important to take stock of what you're putting into your body, because just like abs are built in the kitchen, your hair growth potential, your skin, your nails, and the thickness and just overall health of your hair can absolutely be built brick by brick in the kitchen. As soon as you start eating a rainbow, incorporating juicing or smoothies into your diet, you're gonna see a realignment of problems you might not have even realized you had. You might not realize that your hair is growing below optimal until you start going in a couple of months with your juicing regimen on point. We're also gonna be looking at supplementation, how to increase it, literally real time. I'm gonna be showing you dosages and things that you need to bear in mind, because trust me when I say MSM, good nutrition and supplementation will change your hair life. Let's go. This particular smoothie, listen, when I say it's gonna taste like a Snickers, if you or your kids is anti-smoothies and you just always thought that they tasted too healthy and nasty, this is gonna taste like a literal Snickers bar. So good, so nutty, so delicious. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through some of the ingredients. Of course, we got our bananas, fiber, potassium, a broad spectrum of vitamins and minerals. And by the way, guys, put these in the oven, blacken them, and you can actually put that out onto your garden and it will help your fruit come through and increase your harvest. Just a little side note. So let's talk through some of the ingredients that we actually used in this. So chia seeds, guys, I have told you, along with MSM, this is a whole food that I have been able to add to my diet, which has really increased my nail and hair growth rate and thickness. I remember the first few times I was trying to figure out what it was that I had done, because I could notice the difference in my nail growth. That was the first place that I noticed it, and my hair growth, even like with having to shave my legs more often. And then I realized it's because I was including chia seeds with my nut butters in my smoothie. It's got really good protein content. It's really good for filling you out. It also has omega-3s in there. A really good spectrum of fat soluble vitamins can be found in chia seeds, and I've really found that it's actually contributed to my hair growth rate. Okay, the other thing which I have been really excited to find, I did not know that this existed in butter form. I only knew about it in oil form. It's unmatched for helping if you have hair loss issues. So if your hair is thinning, you got hair loss, this can really massively help. Pumpkin seed oil is very high in zinc. Zinc is a really critical component of the hair growth cycle. So this is a really exciting find for me. I really didn't know it existed in this form. I've been just using the oil form, so that went straight into the smoothie as well. Of course, you got your oats, that's generally going to fill you up, and then it will make it a great like breakfast substitute, for example. And then you can go in with your milk, whether it's a dairy substitute or milk itself. Again, a powerhouse of nutrition. And then you got honey. You can use any honey really, but I love Manuka honey for its immune boosting properties. I have really been going through it at the moment because especially when you have kids, they go to school, they bring home all sorts of things. So Manuka honey for boosting your immune system and overall wellness. And honestly, I think that's a really, really good starting point. If you're not that keen on the pumpkin seed, because it does have a particular flavor, I love it. But if you're not that keen on it, you can actually substitute the pumpkin seed butter for like peanut butter, which will give you that real Snickers bar flavor. And then of course you got your raw cacao nibs. Absolutely delicious. It gives a certain chocolatey nuttiness, smells incredible, and yeah, tastes delicious. Something critical I wanted to tell you about this butter. Listen, I already said it's dope, it's great, it's got omega-3 fatty acids, but B7 is in high amounts in this. And you know what B7 is also known as? Biotin. So if biotin breaks you out or gives you headache, ingesting it in a natural butter form could really be your answer to boosting your hair growth. And also, don't forget, this is a DHT blocker, which is essentially a pathway that leads to hair fall or hair thinning, particularly if you have hereditary hair loss. It really, really does help with that. So it's blocking the pathway of the enzyme that causes the pathway that leads to hair fall. How dope is that? Okay, so listen, come here, right? This is really key. Before we even move into the next smoothie recipe, I'm just gonna show you guys the dosage increments for your MSM, because MSM is hair growth life. I need somebody to testify in the comment section below, because MSM essentially is free sulfur for your body. Sulfur is needed and a necessary component of keratin, which is your hair, which is your nails. So you basically need sulfur to sulfur disulfide bonds, and the more sulfur you have available, the faster your body can actually synthesize nails, synthesize hair, and all that good stuff. Make sure you watch the full video on it, because there's a couple of things you need to be aware of when you're taking your MSM, such as it can cause dryness, it can cause dryness to your skin, it can cause headaches. You need to make sure you're super hydrated, but definitely do your research on it. Once you have done that, come back to this video and I'm going to show you how you dose up. When you are starting with MSM, MSM peaks, okay? It gets to a point where it just levels out. 2, MSM don't taste hella great if you got a good quality one, okay? So what you want to do is you want to start with a small dose so that you can, become acclimatized to it. I recommend you measure out 1/8 of a teaspoon, incy like this, and you want to start with that in the morning so you can follow with hydration the whole day. Do that for a week. Pop that on the plate. How about that? MSM. Boom. So you got your MSM. Now, it actually peaks and then it stops having an effect on your body. So you don't want to start with the top recommended on most packages. You want to work your way up to it. And in fact, to be honest, this particular package here says 3/4 teaspoon. It would take me a long time to get to that. I'm going to explain to you why. We got 1/8 of a teaspoon, okay? That's going to be in the morning. Then after a week, 10 days, then you're going to do 1/8 in the morning, 1/8 in the evening. Thus increasing the sulfur availability and continuing to increase your hair growth rates. And then once you've done that, you're going to go for 1/4 of a teaspoon in the morning and then 1/8 in the evening. We're going to make a little chart. It's coming up on the screen now to show you how to increase your MSM dose. Otherwise, I'll be talking for a minute. Bing. Okay, right. So now you want to go in with your vitamin C. Once you've got whatever dose it is, depending on your week of taking the MSM, you want to go in and you want to grab you some vitamin C. Why vitamin C, I might hear you ask. One is rich in, obviously it's basically an antioxidant. It's great for your scalp health. Healthy scalp grows healthy hair. But aside from that, The vitamin C is going to help your body to assimilate that sulfur and utilize that MSM better. So make sure you don't leave that out. Now, you could leave vitamin C out of it. You can leave vitamin C out of it if you're going to like have like an OJ with it, or like a berry smoothie or something with it, which is going to have like vitamin C content. Okay, so your fenugreek, pop that there. And finally, listen, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. Find you a good vitamin mineral complex. That's it. That's your supplementation. You can build from here if you want. You can go ahead and you can, you know, get you some biotin if you're that way inclined. Something like ground flax is great to include as well. But just start with this and you will be on a very solid path, especially with a multivitamin and mineral complex. So if you're missing something like iron and zinc, which again, as I say, are normally key things missing in the diet when the hair starts to fall and shed greatly, you're gonna be covered at all bases. Even if you just did this as a cocktail, you would be in a good starting point. But really, you wanna have a fresh rainbow diet, lots of fruits, veg, different colors. And yeah, you'll be on to winner. So with that said, let's get into the next recipe. Right, so you still with me? Okay, brilliant. So now we're gonna be going in with a berry and sea moss smoothie. The antioxidant hit from this is gonna be no joke. A lot of the reason why people experience hair loss is because of oxidative stress to the body. And having high vitamin content really does just basically cancel that out. If you didn't know, so I've got a frozen berry mix here, which I've allowed to thaw out a little bit just to put into the blender. It's got your blueberries, again, insane for the antioxidants. You got your raspberries, you got your strawberries, and a few blackberries as well. I'm gonna pop that in with my sea moss, which I've had soaking for a minute. It looks like this once it's been soaking. Sea moss, guys. I don't throw around the term superfood often, but it really is in the category of superfood. It has probably the broadest spectrum of minerals of any food on the planet. And not only that, it's super high in vitamins A and vitamins E as well, which really do help with your oxidative stress. If you're suffering from low energy, if you have thyroid function issues, if you have hair growth issues, really definitely look into this. The Jamaicans have been onto this for a minute. Comment your flag below wherever you're from. Shout out to the Jamaicans. We're just catching up now. Well, should I speak for myself? But basically you want to go ahead and you want to put that in, blend it up, and you are going to have a powerhouse of nutrition. It's a really simple smoothie to make. If you're interested in sea moss, I do at this point have already probably 2 videos on the subject, really going in detail to the benefits, as well as different ways that you can use it. But one of the things that I have been keen to do is cut back my use of heat in the sea moss. So I've just basically gone ahead and soaked it. To be fair, if I wasn't filming, I would have allowed it to soak overnight, but I've had it soaking for about an hour now. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in. This is perfect for a hot day, a summer's day. You just want something refreshing, but it's unbelievably good for you. I love when you have something tasty that's good for you. This is the kind of thing I would just put into some popsicle trays and freeze and give to the kids on a summer's day. They have no idea. I'm literally hitting them up with like the max in vitamins and minerals. They're essentially taking vitamins and minerals and they're loving it because it's a hot day and it's berries. Who doesn't love that? And the goji berry give a sort of nuttiness to it. You've got the tartness of the blackberries. Fantastic for your nutrient profile. Over on the Facebook hair growth challenge group, I had a lady who was doing 700 mils of smoothies and juice per day, plus oiling her hair using Ayurvedic oiling routine. And amla, the bald spot was gone. So this stuff is really, really good. Dualit. I don't recommend this toaster, by the way. It's the worst toaster ever. It sets off my alarm all the time. So if you're ever on Amazon and you think, why the hell that toaster costs $100? Must be hella good. It ain't. Don't do it. Right, so we're gonna move on to a favorite, avocado toast. Fats are essential. People do not have enough good quality fats in their diets. We got a lot of fat in our diet, but it's mostly from over refined oils, basically. So avocado toast is wonderful if you can have like boiled egg with it. This is a great start to your day as far as your nutrition. And you know what? It's amazing to go with your smoothies, which you just made. So I'm gonna make a quick avocado toast. And the key thing here is what we're sprinkling on top of it. We're gonna be using hemp seeds. We're going to be using chia seeds, and we're going to be putting in some balsamic just for some flavor. If you have some cilantro, you got some chili, you put that on there. But when you're putting those seeds on, that's going to really give you that extra nutritional boost, plus some protein as well. So yeah, don't forget, we build it from the inside out. About to go down. So I'm talking about eating a rainbow. Have this alongside your bright pink or red smoothie. It's a good start to the day. Let's take a taste of this. Acting like I cooked some gourmet chicken. Still, simple food tastes good too. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video and getting a few tips and tricks of things to try. Remember, eat a rainbow, try loads of different colors in a day, get your good fats in. Okay, so minimize the refined fats and have things like butters and seeds. They're really, really important because they're an essential component of the whole process of growing out your hair. If you can get you some MSM and vitamin C and utilize that as well, that would be great. The other thing I would say that would be absolutely key to this process and giving it a little jump start would be sprouting. I love to sprout fenugreek. I love to sprout sunflower seeds. Any foods that you sprout or like grow microgreens of is gonna have a much higher nutrient component than the full size vegetables and things that are being produced by that particular item. So you're gonna get a real power punch. You can put it on top of your toast, etc. I happen to have not been organized enough to actually grow microgreens for this particular video, but I'm going to insert some clips of some that I did grow. Super easy, anyone can do it. Grab you a tray or an old strawberry or blueberry punnet or a mushroom punnet, any of your waste, recyclable plastic. Throw a really small layer of soil in the bottom, sprinkle on some seeds and add some water. That is literally it. And you will have bountiful nutrition. You don't need a garden at all. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Definitely hit subscribe, hit that like button, stop by the Curly Proverbs store and sign up to our email list because we've got some exciting stuff happening this year. And also you guys are always the first to know when we have a sale or a discount code going. So yeah, make sure that you are signed up and you don't miss out. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.